Well, all right. This is our remodel for the month. This is Hurricane Ida damage. The homeowner's gotten their insurance in. All these things are going to have to be pulled down, fans replaced. You can see up here where it actually is damaged from the storm. So all that's got to be mold treated up in the attic above. All the insulation pulled out. You can see the black around these fans. That's where the AC system's been corrupted, either broken ducts or holes in the plenum that's blowing out all. Usually a duct's not gonna disperse that much trash onto the ceilings like that unless it's in the plenum itself and with multiple ducts. So we're about to see the AC's gonna go out, but this ceiling's gonna be stripped out, and then this floor pulled out, replaced, and so this is the before on getting this rolling, and I'll be going along showing you the progress as it moves along. So I've only got 3 weeks to do all this, so I better get busy. Thank you for joining me. I need some help. So, all right, well, when you're going to strip out the ceiling, all right, when you're going to strip out your ceiling, first thing you got to do, because this is taped in bed together, so you want to take your knife and you want to score all the way around your ceiling edge, nice and deep. So when you start peeling this stuff, I already took the, if you remember, it had the wood trim there. That's all. I'm going to try to reuse that because we want to keep that. But you want to score all the way around your edge. So when you start breaking it down, you're not peeling your paper off of your wall from your ceiling. So that's what we're doing right now. You can see it moving now. It's kind of already got some movement to it. So that's it. That's the first step. And then it just gets worse from there. Well, all right, on our second day on our remodel here on Bayou Gold Guy versus Hurricane Ida, part 2. You can see by cutting those edges, we got a clean, none of our paper tore all the way around our ceiling, so we got a nice clean edge to put up our new sheetrock. I will be going up in here into the attic and getting out the rest. You can see I'm already cleaning out the insulation. All that's going to be cleaned out. Like I said, had to be disinfected and mold prevention sprayed on it. I do more than just liquid bleach or a diluted bleach. And then yesterday we did get the rest of our ceiling torn out here so the AC guys could see what they needed to see a little easier, figuring out why we had all the debris in the ceiling. They're going to change out this system here on the top, the plenum and all the duct work. Now it's time to move into this room where I'm going to pull out all the trim came down good off it, working it easy, so I'm going to be able to reuse most of my trim, which is good because it is stained and varnished. And that's a hard thing to match up. It's not like paint when you got to redo these old houses. So, and like I said, there's our worst spots here where the ceiling's bulged down, torn out. I'm just going to pull that light and disconnect that, and the same thing over this corner where it's dropped. And then I'm going to start by putting up my bisqueen all the way around the cabinets here, tape it up at the top, and just to try to protect all of our stuff down here a little bit, not coat it with dust in the refrigerator and all that. And we'll wrap that thing up, pull that down. And this is the last thing, the table that has to go out to they got a big pod outside that they're using for storing all their stuff out of the house. And then I've got my big 30-yard dumpster. And like I said, it's got a lot of room to fill up. But yeah, it's a big, for the price, it's a pretty good deal. So, all right, well, getting into this one. Well, on day 3 here, I've gotten all this cleaned out yesterday, so I'm starting in the kitchen today, and you can see there's tons of shit that's piled up in there. Part of the reason this collapsed was because stuff was sitting right on the ceiling, and pots, beads, junk. So that anything like that's going to weigh it down anyway, and want it to collapse through. And Also, we're working without the AC on anymore in here, so at 105 heat index today, they're calling for down here. This has gotten rather unpleasant. Plus, I got to wear the mask to not, get contaminated. So, yeah, the job's kicked it up a notch for sucking. Well, that's what we got to do. Yeah, it's quite the mess. I've got all my sheetrock insulation torn out there, all the shit down from it, both sides. I just spent a couple hours up in the attic. Yeah, this is all sweat. And pulled down the rest of the insulation over the rooms here that are not being torn out. I got to bag up and put in it's a lot of big flat rolls. And actually the only reason I was able to stay up here like I did was I busted this AC vent free because I'm about to have new ducts all put in here. So I busted that one off so I could get a little air motion up here. And that's the only way I was able to clean all this out. Now I got to come back through. I'm going to vacuum out you can see all that rat infestation. That's what was up here. So it's going to have to be, like I said, sanitized, spray an antifungal on it, mold deterrent. They're going to come out and spray it with, there's that room. They're going to come out and hit it with the pest treatment because it's loaded with millions of silverfish up here. And then tear this out, put in all new AC. But that's not going to be until the 6th, so I'll have all my ceilings in by then. But yeah, man, I tell you, this has been a tough day. Plus, I don't know if I've said it, but my big black panther died on me this morning. So it's a hard day. So it's good to have something to keep me occupied, but when I get off, I got to bury him, so I don't really want to get through. Anyway, keep on rolling. So this is wrapping up the day here. You can see that's one thing about my jobs. I clean up at the end of the day. This is where all that insulation was piled up. Everything down the hall that was just pulled out, it's all bagged up, vacuumed up, cleaned, ready for the next day. We're all good in our... Still got my vent there. Like I said, I'd killed the AC for today, but when I got up there, I had to turn it on, and it was too hot today in here to work without it. But it's not too bad. We changed the filter here, and like I said, they're changing out all that, so I'm not worried about dust contaminating the system because it's all going to be new. So take advantage of that. But yeah, it was a mess and tons of wire. That's why it's going to be good to use spray insulation when I go back and put all this back in. So still got to go through and pull all my nails, and then I'll get up and vacuum out all the rat turds and dust up there, and then do the decon and bleach it and be good to roll. So that's this day finished.